Welcome back, everyone. I'm Day-Glo Buffalo, and this is Let's Play Leather Goddesses of Phobos. When we last left off, we were in the foyer of an orphanage, having just delivered an orphaned robot, and gotten ourselves a couple of cotton balls that we need for our anti-Leather Goddesses of Phobos machine. Now, the last time I already recorded this part, but there was something wrong with the recording, so I had to go back, and I didn't realize that I hadn't saved since all the way back when we kissed the frog. I had to replay a whole portion of the game to get back to this part. So of course, right after taking the cotton balls, I saved the game, and well, hopefully there'll be no further problems. All right, so actually let's take a look at our matchbook. And let's see. We have a common household blender. We have the 6 feet of rubber hose. We have the pair of cotton balls. We have the 82-degree angle. We have the headlight. We have the mouse. We have the picture of Jean Harlow. And we have the phone book. So we have all the ingredients for the machine. What we need now is Trent and a way to get to the leather goddesses. But we have one thing left to do, because we now have a 1 Marsmith coin that we didn't have earlier, so we can actually go to the... Oops, not north. Out. We can go back to the exit shop and buy an exit. So let's see. We're back at the Gypsy Camp. This way we're at Penguin Park. The illusion room where the circle was. Stand in circle. So we're back at the What's Up dock. So let's go back to the Oasis. Like a wet watermelon seed being squirted from between 2 fingers, Trent is ejected from the fountain and lands in a dripping heap at your feet. Good thing I'm so good at holding my breath, he says. Well, Trent's back, so that's good. Let's give him the cotton balls to Trent. Okay. And let's move on. Actually, put all in sack just to be on the safe side. Because we shouldn't have any inventory problems, but I'm always paranoid about this. Because always at the worst times, you start having trouble carrying things. It happened to me the first time I went through the catacombs, so I couldn't pick anything up. And that was really annoying. But anyway, we shouldn't have that problem now. So we back the Martian Desert. No, wait, northwest. Another ruin. No, we have to go west to the Martian Desert. Ruin, the throne room with King Mitre and his 45-degree angled daughter, who he touched again after we turned her back into her normal form. I wanted to say human, but she's actually Martian, so we have no real idea what she looks like. Okay, Trent enters just a few steps behind you. We're on the docks, so we put the raft in the canal. We get in the raft, and we wait. And we wait again, and we wait again, and we wait again, and we wait again. We have to dock at the North Shore, which we don't need. We need to dock at the Southern Shore. So grab dock and take raft. And sure enough, I had to interrupt recording again. So I had to go back to the last save game, play back to this part, but this time at least it was something quick. So we had gotten to the dock. To which dock are we at? The Donald dock, and we had just taken a raft. So let's go south to the dune top and east into the Canal View Mall. And now we can go south into the exit shop, and we can finally buy our exit. 1 Marsmith, please. Grunt snores. Okay, give a coin to man. The proprietor slowly focuses one eye on the coin. Not much in stock these days, he explains. My supplier went bankrupt 90,000 years ago. He takes the coin and starts to hand you a cardboard tube. But his eye drifts out of focus again, and he drops it warily in the dust. Okay, so Let's search the dust for the tube. You grasp a tube. Open tube. Opening the tube reveals a flexible black circle. Haha! Now where will this black circle take us? I wonder. Put circle on ground. Oops. Ground. Dropped. Stand in circle. Actually, save. Because that's always a good idea. Stand in circle. I sucked into the hole. A boudoir on the divan. There's only enough light here to make out vague shapes. You seem to be lying on a plush divan. You hear heavy breathing from nearby and realize that you are not alone on the couch. A few seconds later, you see Trent's elbow appear, followed almost immediately by the rest of him. So, let's look at couch. You hear heavy breathing from nearby and realize that you are not alone on the couch. Oh. Oops, breathing. Oh. Use the word breathing in a way I don't understand. There's actually a smell here. Oh! I've still got the pin on my nose. Scratch and sniff spot number 6. Someone nearby is wearing leather. Lots of leather. Who could that be, considering we're fighting the leather goddesses of Phobos? Boudoir on the divan. There's only enough light to make out the vague shapes. You seem to be lying on a plush divan. You hear heavy breathing from nearby and realize that you're not alone on the couch. Pleasing odor of leather comes from close by. Trent is here, lying on another couch. It seems that Trent has a common household blender, a Cleveland phone book, an 82-degree angle, a photo of Jean Harlow, a headlight, a rubber hose, and a mouse. And he's missing the cotton balls. I haven't given them to them. I forgot to do that when I played back to when the previous recording went awry. Anyway, but I've got them, so that's no problem. You hear a click and leap onto your feet as the room is flooded with light. Boudoir. Oh no, you have violated the sanctity of a boudoir. And not just any old boudoir, but an extremely secret and private boudoir. And not just any old extremely secret and private boudoir, but the extremely secret and private boudoir belonging to the leather goddesses of Phobos. The escaped prisoner, cries one of the leather goddesses of Phobos. Sound the alarm. Inform the guards, yells another. Call out the army. Alert the space fleet. Summon my masseur, says the single unfrantic goddess, calmly pulling a lever. As the floor opens up, you and Trent plunge down a long chute. Plaza. This is a wide plaza between the arching towers and curving domes of the notorious pleasure palace of the leather goddesses of Phobos. It is a lovely, bucolic area of gushing fountains, curving flower beds, and lawns of thick green grass. Birds fly amongst the trees, singing peacefully as baby squirrels hop across the lawn, lazily collecting nuts. A half-megaton grenade explodes nearby the palace, as the palace guards attempt to repel some unwanted intruders, namely you and Trent. Trent shouts, "Okay, this is it." He hands you everything he's carrying. Gotta start building that super-duper anti-leather Godesses of Phobos attack machine. Hand me a common household blender. I already gave him all the objects. Now he gave them all back to me just so I can hand them back to him. That's very smart there, Trent. Well, give blender to Trent. Trent grabs the common household blender and quickly incorporates it into his contraption. The guards now have reinforcements. A row of imposing radium-powered tanks are rolling towards you. Trent, hammering and twiddling madly at the growing machine, yells, "Okay, things are going great. Hand me a rubber hose." Give hose to Trent. Trent grabs the rubber hose and quickly incorporates it into his contraption. Giant berserk robotoid sumo wrestlers, each madly waving about 3 dozen samurai swords, are now storming across the plaza at you. Trent, hammering and twiddling madly at the growing machine, yells, "Okay, things are going swell. Hand me a pair of cotton balls." Just one thing, sumo wrestlers with samurai swords, I think they're kind of getting their Japanese things confused here a little, but oh well. What you gonna do? Give cotton balls to Trent. Trent grabs a pair of cotton balls and quickly incorporates it into his contraption. With a swooping roar, the main attack fleet of the leather goddesses of Phobos joins the attack. Several nearby trees are suddenly vaporized. Trent, hammering and twiddling madly at the growing machine, yells, "Okay, things are going fantastically. Hand me an 82-degree angle." Okay, give angle to Trent. Trent grabs the 82-degree angle and quickly incorporates it into his contraption. The palace guards are setting up a massive dematerialization ray. Closer by, a sumo robot discovers a boulder in its path, and a large quantity of gravel is created. Trent, hammering and twiddling madly at the growing machine, yells, "Okay, things are going perfectly. Hand me a headlight." And headlight to Trent. Trent grabs the headlight and quickly incorporates it into his contraption. A Phobosian chomper is faster than a cheetah, meaner than a Tyrannosaurus rex, bigger than a sperm whale, and as hungry as the state of Texas. We mention this because 50 of them just entered the plaza and spotted you. Trent, hammering and twiddling madly at the growing machine, yells, "Okay, things are going terrific. Hand me a mouse." Hand mouse to Trent. Trent grabs the mouse and quickly incorporates it into his contraption. Several 50-foot craters appear as the main attack fleet begins lobbing ion bombs. As they veer around for a more precise attack, the tanks close in, and you realize that each one is larger than the Upper Sandusky City Hall. Trent, hammering and twiddling madly at the growing machine, yells, "Okay, things are going boffo. Hand me a photo of Jean Harlow." Give photo to Trent. Trent grabs the photo of Jean Harlow and quickly incorporates it into his contraption. A couple of buildings behind you silently vanish, indicating that the palace guards are better at assembling a death ray than at aiming it. However, in 60 centuries of repelling intruders, they've never missed twice. Meanwhile, one of the chompers has stopped to swallow a herd of goats that was grazing nearby, thus slowing it down for a full 1/10 of a second. Trent, hammering and twiddling madly at the growing machine, yells, "Okay, things are going hunky-dory. Give me a Cleveland phone book." Give phone book to Trent. Trent grabs a Cleveland phone book and quickly incorporates it into his contraption. The guards have finished aiming the death ray and have begun the activation sequence. The ground quakes as the berserko robotoids plow through the rubble towards you. The wind from their whirling swords knocks over a few trees. The tanks loom above you, the gun turrets blocking out the sun. Beyond them, the main attack fleet is sweeping in for a final attack. Trent, hammering and twiddling madly at the growing machine, yells, "Okay, things are going neato peachy keen. There, I think it's all done. Cross your fingers, kiddo." He switches on the device. Amidst showers of spark, a powerful electric arc bridges 2 electrodes. The machine shudders, and you smell something yellow shoot from the machine. Scratch and sniff spot number 7. Through the smoke of battle, you see banana peel squirt from the super-duper anti-leather goddesses of Phobos attack machine. The peel lands a few feet away, as the super-duper anti-leather goddesses of Phobos attack machine gives one final shudder and self-destructs in an orgy of flames and shrapnel. The attacking forces continue to close, and certain death is only seconds away when one of the chompers, loping towards you at nearly Mach 1, steps on the banana peel and slips a few inches to one side before righting itself. This is enough, however, to nudge a tank into a crater, tripping one of the samurai robots. More and more of the attacking forces plow into the mess in the crater, like some improbably fantastical football tackle. A stray grenade lands right in its midst, and the resulting plume of debris shears the fins off the leading warship. Your heart leaps as the entire main attack fleet of the Leather Goddesses of Phobos plummets towards the ground. The mass of flaming metal strikes the ground, and a tremendous explosion knocks you senseless. Eventually, daylight intrudes upon your senselessness and illuminates a sleepy-looking gas station. You're lying at the edge of a dusty road, once again wearing your comfortable old overalls. Though dirty, disheveled, and bleeding from a few superficial cuts, you are nevertheless aglow in the... Where am I? Aglow in the knowledge that Earth is safe from the threat of the Leather Goddesses of Phobos. As your head clears, 3 uniformed girls come bouncing out of the service station and toward you. "Oh my goodness," they coo in perfect unison. "Are you all right?" Coming soon from Infocom, gas pump girls meet the pulsating inconvenience from Planet X. In 557 turns, you have achieved a score of, let's call it 324 out of 324 points. This gives you the rank of Interplanetary Emperor. Would you like to start over, restore a safe position, or end this session of the game? Well, that's it. We have finished The Leather Goddesses of Phobos by Infocom from 1986, I think. So, well, I've been Day-Glo Buffalo. I would like to thank you very much for watching, actually watching, mostly listening to me read all this text very badly. Well, thank you for putting up with that. If you enjoyed it, please consider leaving a like, a comment, or even subscribing to the channel. And I don't know, if the response is good for this, I wouldn't mind doing some more Infocom games in the future. So, I don't know, let me know what you think, if this format even works as a Let's Play video, because it's basically text and me reading the text. So I'm not sure how this is going to go over, but hey, it was an experiment, it was fun to do. And, well, nothing left for me to say than thank you, and thank you again, and I will see you next time.